Hey there, and welcome to Tales Held Dear. We are a group of Berlin improvisers who are here to play role-playing games with you today. We are playing Numenera. This is episode 3 of our adventure, and my name is Jacob Wolf Lefton. I will be your DM for the day. We're going to go around this side first this time. What? Oh my god, me first? We're going to go around here and introduce ourselves.
Hello, I'm Marijne. I play Cornelius.
Hi, I'm Carl. Sorry, I'm Carl and I'm playing Dale Briscoe.
Identity theft is a crime. I am Tetiana and I'm playing Ruta.
Hi, I'm Ratan. I'm playing Victor.
That's our crew, and we have some little announcements to share with you, but we're going to do that at the end, and we're going to just dive right into the excitement, because boy, howdy, are we in an exciting moment. So, let's just set the scene for everyone, just so that we can have a little bit of a reminder of where we are at. Ruta arrived in Sildefen this morning, a novelist to cover for some clandestine operations that she's doing for a neighboring country of Lemuria, and she was promptly attacked by people who seemed to know her face. Cornelius faced family problems in the upper echelons of society among a group that is leading the activation of an important piece of Numenera for this city. Dale Briscoe is trying to track down a herd of dangerous wild pigs gathered in the city by dissidents, and Victor was surprised to hear that his poetry inspired a group of natural world activists to action, and he is trying to stop them from their plan of disrupting this evening's ceremony. And it's all going swimmingly. We zoom in at the Respitorium. Sildefen is a city on a hill in a valley. The hill rises out of that gentle sloping of the mountain bases as they meet each other, and there is this lump of land or building and rebuilding, civilization after civilization on top of it, pieces of old civilizations sticking out. And one of those pieces is the Respitorium, which is an enormous globe. So let me just put this in context for you. This is about 10, maybe 12 stories high. It is, I have a number here. I don't know. It's well over 100 feet tall, well over 30 meters high, for those of us who are European and need the meters to understand what's going on. It is an enormous building that has been used most recently as a planetarium. The outside shell of it seems to be a single skin of metal that has almost like veins wrapping around it, large lumps sort of wrapping around the great circles of this circle. So all of these circumferences wrapping around and intersecting with each other. And it is emerging out of the hillside, and on certain levels are entrances into the building. And at the bottom is another, like a little building built sort of to hold up this ball, and that has like entrances for space underneath the Respitorium. Some of our team is entering the Respitorium as we speak. A crowd of 200 people is waiting outside. 200 plus people more are arriving for the activation of the harvest engine, which is supposed to help the city with all of the miasma from all of the sort of magical technology that's been used, that's been dug up from ages past and implemented, activated in the city, and the valley grows thick with this sort of output, the exhaust of all of the magical devices. Whether or not this is just a natural effect or some effect that's left behind from a long dead civilization from ages past, we don't know. What we know is that this problem has to be dealt with. And tonight, it was supposed to be activated. Down below, a collection of staff some ushers, catering staff, technicians, nanos, sort of like mages and scientists, and a growing group of military police are on the base level trying to figure out what happened, because there was an incident inside the building where gravity turned off for a moment. Some of our team may have been involved. Back to the sort of audience entrance level, the elder Pierre and his children Emerald and Sapphire have walked into the building. Emerald is the fiance of our Cornelius, and Pierre is the father and also the head of this project for the Harvest engine. Directly behind him, Dale Briscoe, Sergeant 2nd Airborne of the Sildefen Air Force, has busted through the ushers and is walking in behind Pierre. And right behind him is Victor Snaps, aka Miski Phaser from back home, from my land. A familiar face has grabbed Victor Snaps by the arm, one Toroth Haggis, a longtime friend, and said, Victor, Miski, I thought you were dead. And your window is closing. The ushers are turning back to stop letting other people in. You bust through, and Toroth holds onto your arm and says, I'm not letting you go. I can't let you out of my sight again. And you follow the others into the building. The doors close behind you, and Pierre stands there. Well, I'm not entirely sure what has happened. Let's get to the bottom of this. Sir, you and the I don't know who any of you are, actually. An aide of an aide, or what?
No, I'm an associate of Cornelius, your soon-to-be son-in-law, I believe.
Okay, wonderful. And Emerald steps forward at this point, wearing as her as their namesake, they're wearing this sort of green, kind of like silken dress, and their hair is pushed back, also green, and just like little dusting of green body hair all across them. Steps forward. Dale, I've heard your name before. Cornelius has mentioned you. I don't know how much Cornelius has talked about Dale.
Probably quite a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that he told them about the previous encounters with Dale.
Mm-hmm. Great. Dale, you're a reliable person. Father, Dale is a reliable person. It's good to have him on our side. And you?
Yeah, I was invited to this, but we got a tip-off on some pigs that were supposed to...
There's been a credible terrorist threat, and I'm trying to get everyone out of the building. I don't know why we've entered the building, but we need to get the hell out.
Well, look, Dale, this terrorist threat has been bandied about all day. Cornelius brought it to me as well, but it's nonsense. I think there's been some sort of malfunction or something that's happened inside. Everybody has evacuated for the moment. We just need to check the equipment and find out
How about this?
what's going on.
I have planted a bomb here in the Respitorium. This is your bomb warning. It was me. I'm the terrorist. I put a bomb downstairs. It's going to go off soon, some point. You know, lock me up, whatever, but you've got a protocol for when this happens, I presume.
Can you
Yeah.
make me a deception check?
Okay, because this is not, I'm bad at this.
Yeah.
I have no social graces or charm or persuasion.
Is it a like a hindrance of yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so the difficulty goes up a level, which means it was a difficult task at 12. It is now a challenging task at 15.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and reduce this.
He can be helped
Yeah.
if you want to throw in a little bit of help.
Yeah. I would want to, but
Okay.
how do we make this like a group task?
It kind of becomes a group task. Hang on, I have a note here about how group tasks work. I swear to God I have it here. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna ask you to tell me, how would you help him?
Let's see. Like, I mean, I can't like have any part in this because like I'm already afraid of like being exposed.
Yeah.
But I can certainly be like, since you've gone down this road, be like, that's right, I heard him talk about it in the Queen's Pyramid. Like he was saying something about a bomb, or like talking about like building a bomb or something like that. And Dale, I didn't think that it was here. It was now.
No, I'll do it. I'm fucking crazy.
Okay.
This place to shit.
I would like you to roll, and if you succeed, it will bring Dale's down.
But what am I rolling for?
This is the
You're
difficulty
rolling
of
a
12.
bad dice.
Oh.
Am I what?
It goes 12 maximum.
No, you can roll that. I'm fine with that.
Think about the right amount of faces. 5.
5.
Can I reroll?
You
With an
can
XP.
spend an experience
I will
point to
spend an XP
reroll.
to reroll.
Yeah.
15.
15. This is concerning.
What can I say? I love terror.
Emerald says this does not match what I've heard about you, Dale. So please roll again. It's now a.
You've heard I'm reliable, so you know if I'm telling you I'm a terrorist, you should assume I'm a good one. It's a 9.
Okay.
Can I reroll? Can I use XP to reroll?
You absolutely can.
Okay. I fucking take this harvest engine down. That's a 1.
Okay.
A 1.
Look, old chap, I believe you're trying to have some sort of jive.
Oh, God damn it.
Or jape, or whatever it is the kids these days say about
would not know.
joking, which I appreciate a good joke. Gentlemen, since you're here, let us take a tour of the facility together. I would be happy to tell you. I'm sure some authorities will be through, and they're doing whatever sweeps they need to make sure.
You have entirely too much faith in authority, sir.
Come. He leads you down a hallway.
I am an authority.
I'm searching for my balaclava. I fucking forgot my goddamn.
You should take this more seriously. You know, like they only need to be right once, right? Your systems. You know what I'm referring to?
I know what you're referencing, yeah. Okay. That's dark, but he's got a point.
But this machine needs to work once, and we're ready for it today. And if we had to cancel, it would be a disaster, both publicly and also experimentally and technically.
Technologically?
Yes, thank you, Dave. Listen, there's some very delicate Numenera at stake that we have activated, and it is too late to back away from this. Now we must proceed with the plan. Please.
And he brings you through this building, which in the part that you are walking through, it's kind of like an old opera house. Just beautiful, rich colored carpets, plaster decorations on the walls, moldings, the sort of acanthus leaves in the corners, gilded paintings on the ceilings, columns, and he brings you out onto. Yes.
Is that decoration, is that from the original, whatever this was, or has this been added in
It's
subsequent
been
ages?
added,
Okay.
Yeah. This is like in the current era sort of style. To give folks a little bit of an idea, the style is kind of like late 1800s, early 1900s here, sort of World War like one, Roaring 20s.
Edwardian?
Edwardian,
George?
post-Victorian Edwardian, a little bit, yeah. And also the manner of dress. There's people wear colors, but they also wear like suits and vests and the technology. Lots of mustaches, yes. Although this man does not have a mustache.
The world
Figures.
of mustaches. Love it.
He's weak.
I believe he does not have a mustache. I don't know if I...
It's kind of lame.
Anyway, if I'm wrong, someone who's seen previous episodes and remembers can tell me. Thanks. Also, chat, if you hear any weirdness with the audio, let us know, and thanks for joining us. So this just gorgeous building, he walks you through a corridor, turns and down one way, another, walks up some stairs, and walks out onto a balcony, with velvet upholstered seats and curtains across the balcony that have been tied back, and beautiful columns in this arch, and a railing that's a little bit too low for the height that you're at. You're a couple of balconies up, looking down onto this floor. And this is something that Victor has seen before. There is, in the center of this building, like a pyramidal platform. In the center of the pyramid is some kind of like socket or something like that, large. You could fit a large globe in it, or a tire from one of your vehicles down at the animal sanctuary would fit right
Or
in
a
it.
large shock stone.
Could be. But that's not the detail that grabs you immediately. What jumps out at you is the four figures who are laying on pallets that are set up on the faces of this pyramidal structure. It's a very low pyramid, and these beings are 2 to 3 people tall. They're enormous, like gigantic humanoid creatures, or they look like they could have been creatures, but they seem to be either asleep or dead or something like this. They're green-skinned, sort of chunky bodies, like slightly off from human proportions and also human design, but organic looking. And they have one eye in the center of their forehead, nose, mouth. The nose has one nostril. Everything seems to be in ones except for the arms and legs. And they're laying there, and from the angle that you're at, you can see barely a hint of sort of like wires and pipes and such coming out of them. The opposite wall is an enormous, probably the most, if it wasn't round, it would be like the flattest. It's sort of the most largest uninterrupted texture that you've ever seen aside from the sky, of some material, just smooth gray, arcing out up and over. Sitting in the balcony, it comes up and you can see the whole thing. And as you look up, the balcony is 6 floors above you and 2 below, down to the main floor.
Well,
He looks down. Seems a little out of order. You notice one of the figures, their arm is sort of flopped over. One of them's a little bit off kilter.
something happened in here, and I'm not entirely sure what it is, but we will find some technicians and get down to the business.
You mind me asking what those things are?
Ah, yes. Those are, we're not entirely sure what they were, but we call them the Prodiges.
Prodiges.
And they seem to be some kind of precursor, some other entity that lived here and had, I don't know, we guess, a life many ages before ours, and some element of their body seems to be useful for our scientific and magical purposes.
Oh, and can I ask, why do their guts seem to have vegetables in them?
Who are you?
My name's Victor.
Victor, and pray, I understand this, the sergeant here.
Yeah.
And what brings you and your friend? And Taurus beside you says,
I met Cornelius and Dale at the Queen's Pyramid this morning. They said there was a credible threat, and I was just tagging along trying to see if I can help in any way because I'm a helpful guy.
just tagging along to find out if there's a terrorist threat that you told me that you planted a bomb, but it was clearly a joke. Look, I think this whole terrorist threat thing is overblown. Emerald is just sort of standing there like a little bit embarrassed. And Sapphire kind of looks like she's just
past being a teenager, but looks just bored being here. Like, what is actually going on? Like, what am I doing here? Why? And it turns, Father, why did you bring us? Like, why do we have to? Can you not just get the Harolden or Masha to come in with you? And he says, well, listen, my dear Sapphire, I am very excited to show you the fruits of the years of my labor. So please respectfully just follow along, keep your eyes and ears open, and you might learn something. And as this is going on, is there anything that you two would like to do in here?
Don't think so. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if the technicians arrive, I might be made as the person who might have caused some of this.
Were you wearing a disguise then?
I was, but like I don't think my face was covered.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just getting this tour against our will.
Yeah.
Can I have a silent word with Tarot? Is that as well, right?
Yeah.
Can I? Is there any way that I can like have a private word with him in this gathering?
You could speak to him in Mylandian, or you could try to hang back and whisper to him.
I would like to try to hang back and whisper to him.
Yeah.
Do I need like a stealth thing or something to do that?
Let's have the conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Then...
So basically, I'm going to be like, Tarat, it's great to see you. Things are a bit crazy right now. I can explain later.
What actually is going on?
I can't tell you right now. It's a lot has happened today. It's been a busy day. It's just trust me, because I mean, like if my trust as your friend means anything to you, just like go along with anything I say.
Look, Misky or Victor, are you calling yourself
Yes,
Victor?
my name's Victor Snaps.
Victor Snaps. Okay, well, look, to the best of my understanding, we are two Mylandian people in a secure Sildefen facility at a time when it's under lockdown. And so I don't know why you ran in here, but let me just be honest. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
I am not trying to run away. I just need to be, if they know that I'm Mylandian, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So I just need you to call me Victor Snaps, and I'm Sildefendian, and I live here, and I'm a poet. That's or say you don't know me.
But I'm not letting you out of my sight.
That's fine.
Okay.
I will find you. Like, I'm very glad that I've run into you again.
Yeah.
And I want to like have a proper heart-to-heart at some point.
That would be great, because
But just for now, while we're here.
Okay. Sure. Whatever you say. And now make me just like you can hang back, so we'll make it sort of like a target 9 stealth roll to just sort of like whisper.
Okay.
Oh no, 7. Oh no, 1.
1. That is a sort of like a major problem.
I think I will reroll that as well. I have 4 XP, so
you can also spend, when you spend your XP, you mark them off.
Yeah.
You remove them.
So I collected a few thanks to Ruta last time. 11.
Okay, so you do it. You see Sapphire, as they're walking by, Sapphire kind of like notices you whispering together and like tugs on Emerald's sleeve, and it makes a motion. Emerald looks back, but they don't seem to do anything, and they're far enough forward that you don't think that they heard. And Pieri is going on. Yes, and so we've spent
during the war period, you would know things were quite busy and there were many demands on our energy, and so we had no ability to focus on this. And he's like taking you down into the floor of this thing to inspect these things. And he's just going on and on about, and then, you know, we, after the war, we turned our energy back to the important things to keep our society running. After, of course, that little troubles, and he's referring to, of course, the revolution.
He describes the war as a busy period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, accurate, I guess.
He's old. He's an old man, like 70s, in his 70s or something, and he just, comes off as a little out of touch.
Sorry, just to be clear, I would like to right now just be kind of keeping an eye on like exits and entrances and escape routes and like, you know, and maybe doors that would fit lots of pigs through them at once, that kind of thing.
Yeah, make me like just some kind of perception check, and tell me what you
16.
roll. 16. Okay. So range of things. The main floor. When you come walking down onto it, you're standing there. This shallow pyramid rises to about your head height, and these figures lay completely covering them. Their heads are enormous. This is the spot where Victor ran through the doors in the back. There's a big set of double doors that it's a large entrance. Pigs could come through there. Turning around, there's also a big set of doors behind. There's kind of the behind where you're standing is the exit to the building.
That's the one that leads to the right?
Yeah, that leads to the crowds outside. Yeah. And looking at the pyramid, standing forward, you're kind of under the first balcony, and you are looking at this door that accesses kind of the behind the stage area. There's also some smaller entrances and exits on either side. You hear voices coming up through the service entrance, and the door opens, and there's a couple of people wearing this white cloth suit coming out, and they come up and they start having a little conference with Pieri. Someone with a clipboard comes in and starts marking things down and talking to him. So there's about 5 or 6 people in here at this
I do my best to like angle my face away from these people.
Yeah. So you kind of shield yourself, and with that 16, you are aware all of a sudden that you feel like there's another presence in the space, and you turn around and you kind of look up the balconies, and you see a couple of figures sort of moving across the balconies in dark coats, shielding themselves, looking over and then ducking back and ducking around.
Okay, I point that out to Victor. Hey, check it out. On that 5.
Do you think they're the revolutionaries?
Are these your boys?
Do I recognize any of them?
No.
Okay.
You pointed out, you see someone move around.
Okay.
And then on the balcony, just one floor up from you, you see someone step out of the shadows wearing a fedora with a wide brim and this trench coat flipped up. And he puts a hand on the railing, and it is this artificial hand with a purple sort of magical miasma leaking out of it, and puts his hand on the rail.
That's not good. A miasma.
Sort of this glow coming from it, and
I'll alert everyone.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, look, a fucking terrorist.
And at the moment, he's like,
hello there. It seems that this is the right time.
And a dozen people emerge, two up on some balconies up here, and a couple of people emerge out of the hallway that you heard, with just small swords at their side, and the people up on the balconies have firearms that they have loaded and pointed down. And this person leaps down the balcony and lands in front of you.
Does he do the hero land with like one hand on the...
Kind of, just like, and this when they're landing, they like put their fist down, and this jet of like purple energy chars the carpet under them, and they land in front, and then they stand up. I believe that there is some kind of energy source here that I need. And he starts to walk forward toward your group. We're going to cut at this moment down to the chat asks, how hot of a supervillain are we talking here? We'll get back to that. We're going to cut down to the ground floor.
I
of
love our
this.
chat.
Thank you, chat. We're going to cut down to the ground floor of this. There is Ruta in the paddy wagon, basically. This sort of old-style police wagon, sitting on a wooden bench with her hands handcuffed behind her because she stuck half her body inside a machine in the Respitorium and accidentally knocked something that turned it on, and the guards took an issue with that. And sitting in here with her
Accidentally turning
is
things on.
it's your job is deliberately doing it. So sitting in here with you, with the door of this vehicle sort of at a half open, so he's able to peer out the door, is this large like stocky man in a military police uniform, who seems to be just incredibly pleased that he has you handcuffed and in that position. Outside, Cornelius is standing in front of a small crowd of other marshals and police who have said, pushed you back. And so you're there, and in the wagon, is there something that you think that you're doing at the moment as this officer sits there, just sort of like watching you, checks outside for a moment?
I notice the coin
Mm-hmm.
in his hand.
Yeah, just like a coin with, it has a parliament building from my land on one face of it, and then the face of someone who you don't recognize on the other, and he sort of flips it through his fingers.
Well, it's
Makes-
awfully nice to make a formal introduction. Way more polite than jumping the walkers.
Well, I am terribly sorry for such a rude welcome to this fair city.
It was a bit rude.
It seems we have conflicting desires here.
It seems so.
But it also seems that you have run afoul of the law of this fair place, and so now you're here.
Speaking of politeness, I must admit I'm really charmed by your company. Always pleasant to see a colleague. Now is not the best time, I must admit. I'm doing something.
Oh, it's a great time. Just if you're doing something so fantastically that you ended up here in handcuffs with me. And I think in a couple of minutes I will knock on the window here and Jack will drive us down to the station, and then you and I can have a little chat one-to-one down in one of the cells.
While I'm having this conversation, this is what I'm trying to understand, because have I seen this face before? And generally, I'm trying to understand whether they just stole their uniform. And I remember that there were at least 2 of them. So what I'm thinking right now is that his companion might be driving this car, and this car will not drive to the station. This car will drive to the forest warehouse or somewhere else, and I'm just...
Make like an insight check. Say it's a difficulty 12 because you got
That's
pushed
a
off the hill.
16.
16. There is something familiar about him. You only saw about this much of the face, but this sort of heavy setness of the face, the sort of cast of the skin, he has this sort of like reddish cast to his cheeks. Yeah, it could have been one of those guys. You think that he, sitting here so comfortably in here with a uniform on, you think that he is a plant. Like he works, it's his job to be a police officer.
That's so fucking complicated for
It's
me.
complicated.
It
Yeah.
is, on the other hand, on one hand complicated, on the other hand, he's not gonna kill me in the forest right now, I think.
So as you're sitting there, contemplating this complexity, let's turn to Cornelius. You're standing outside. There's a crowd, like not a crowd. Most of the people out here are concerned with what's going on in the building and trying to make it safe. And there's just like 2 or 3 officers, and they're just like, look, I'm sorry, Mr. Marin, but whatever it is you're doing here, this is police business. And so, is there anything else we can help you with?
Nope, just trying to get my friend out, but...
Well, your friend was caught inside probably the most delicate facility in Sildafen today, bumping around inside a piece of Numenera and doing God knows what at a critical moment. And so I'm sorry for your friend.
Well, look, we're just trying to keep everything as safe the same way that you are.
Yeah, but it's my job and it's not your job. So the best way to keep things safe is to pick up your old telegram, call a runner, and have it sent over to my office.
I'm pretty sure we already did that, didn't we? That's about it. We're going around in circles. In any case, fine. Thank you for your help.
No, thank you. It's always a pleasure to serve. You step back from them, and there is like this lot out in front of this, and out in front of the Respitorium, and across the lot there's a street, and then there's buildings, and you notice someone in the alley of one of the buildings just kind of like trying to just does this and tries to catch your eye.
Oh, God. I just kind of look towards the alley, and then...
They're like, and like turn back inside it. They like nod toward you like, and then
Okay,
like, step
well,
back
I will very apprehensively go towards the alley that I'm being beckoned to.
in. It is someone you recognize. It's the young man who was in the walker with Ruta when it crashed earlier today.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Aiden.
He is standing there. He's got like a coat on, but his sleeve is torn, and there's like a bandage over it and a little bit of blood leaking through. He's sort of holding his arm a bit stiffly. Hey,
Aiden.
I don't know if I got your name today earlier. I'm Aiden, and it's been quite a day. What the hell is going on with Ruta?
I've been trying to figure that out, pal. Look, I think she got arrested for something that happened in there, and I point towards the building.
What?
And they will not let me talk to her. I tried. I don't know if you have any tricks up your sleeve.
He sort of like looks at his...
Sorry, no offense meant.
No, it's been a long day. I tried to find those guys, and I got in a little bit of a shootout, and then I had to get away, and then like I was knew that Ruta was coming here, and I wanted to try to get in touch with her because I think that I think people are trying to hurt her. She's a writer, and I think it's like people who are against literature.
Whoa, that's such a... There's a lot of people with a lot of causes today.
Yeah, but she's from Lemuria, and they write a particular type of literature.
Right. Yeah.
And I guess some traditionalists don't like it, and so what I think that she's in danger, and so we have to help her.
Okay, well, what do you suggest we do? We knock over the van? There's a whole situation happening inside there as well.
It seems like there's a whole situation happening everywhere. There's one of the garages across the street is full of pigs.
There's actually pigs.
I was gonna hide in there, and I went in there, and
It's not a good thing.
I love this connection.
I opened the door and I stepped in, and these like five guys turned around and looked at me and were like, obviously I didn't belong here, and it was just 30 pigs or something. I didn't count, but then I was like, okay, excuse me, and I closed the door and I walked away.
You have no idea. I know this is gonna sound weird. You have no idea how happy it makes me. The pigs are actually real. Because we've been trying to convince everyone in this building that the pigs are coming, and no one will believe us.
What do you mean the pigs are coming?
Well,
I mean, normally people don't have pigs in the city. That's from my grandmother.
It's a weird occurrence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe even potentially dangerous. Because what if they're shock electric pigs, something like that go in and shock the whole harvest engine and destroy everything?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what? Maybe that's not... Well, wait, hold on. That's also important. So, we got pigs. We have Ruta arrested. We have Victor's squad of cult members.
What?
By the way, yeah, and I don't even know what the rest is. Okay, let's have
the stage just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Okay. Let's have a think. What's the most important thing that we tackle first? Because we have Ruta in that paddy wagon over there.
She's in that van. Okay.
She's in the van.
I think her life is in danger.
Okay, that's pretty up there.
That's the thing I care about.
Okay. Okay. Well, there...
Okay, I have an idea. There's 30 wild pigs. If they ran through, maybe we could cause enough of a distraction.
Wrong. I've spent the entirety of this afternoon trying to stop the pigs. To let them loose feels so counterintuitive.
But I have no idea what to do. What are you gonna there's a bunch of police out there.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. And somehow what you're suggesting makes more sense than anything that I'm thinking of, because I don't want to attack the cops. That's not going to go well.
No.
But if we get the pigs...
Then they're going to be chasing the cops.
Yeah.
No, the cops are going to be chasing the pigs, trying to round them up.
The pigs are going to be chasing the pigs.
The pigs are... Yeah. Then we'll just be fully confused. Everyone will be confused. And we can get Ruta out. And then whatever else it is that you need to do... it's been a long day. I've lost a lot of blood today.
I have a feeling that Dale isn't gonna like this very much.
I kind of know. Oh, that Dale.
Wouldn't worry too much about Dale's opinion on the situation. More about the actual situation itself.
Yeah.
Is it Dale?
I don't know what you're insinuating. Dale Briscoe.
Personal. Oh.
Is that Dale?
Oh, is he involved in this too?
Well, he was the one that brought up the pig threat in combination with Victor.
Oh god,
the
this
poet.
day just keeps getting more complicated.
It really does. Should we find them?
Ruta and Dale are friends. That's all. And yes, we should
They're
find
friends?
them.
Wait,
Yep.
hold on.
Yep.
The way you say that, I feel like you're trying to compensate for something. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, I shouldn't be saying any of this. It's been a lot, and
Dale and Ruta.
no,
No.
Great time.
I
for
don't
this.
know. It's not. I'm not the person to. It's not my story to tell.
Look, I just have, I'm very, into goings-ons.
I heard you can study that at the Silicon University.
Yeah, I did a PhD.
Oh my god! Wow.
Anyway,
You should know exactly what to do right now. You're a doctor of this shit.
okay, Aiden. I
Yeah.
think that we should go in there
Yeah.
and we should find Dale and Victor, tell them what's going on, ask them if they agree that the pig should be set loose, and then save Ruta.
How long do you think that's gonna take?
Well, no one's guarding the door here, so we can just go on in. Everyone's out. We can just go in.
You look across and there's like half a dozen people dressed in these white uniforms clustered in front of the door. Like someone opens it and people are going in and out. I mean, I don't know if they'll let us in.
Well,
Look, can you just help me? Look, I don't know if we have time. Honestly, if they leave with her, then we have to, spring her out of jail or something.
that's true. I'm just kind of worried about...
You hear the paddy wagon motor.
Oh my god, okay.
I'm sitting in the wagon, and
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is like, fuck, that's not my forte.
He hasn't
Like,
knocked on the window yet or anything. He's just like looking out.
It's like,
Seems
he's-
like it's calming down out there.
Aiden,
Yeah.
I want you to execute this plan, but I'm
Alone?
going to turn away when you open. I will help, but I don't want to be a witness. I don't want to be culpable.
You seem like you are a person of authority. Like you have you could talk to somebody, and there's a bunch of people in there, and we could convince them to do it, or pay them
To do what? To release the pigs or to go inside?
To release the pigs.
Authority has not been my strong suit today.
Well, I will back you up
Okay, let's try it then.
with the authority of the postal service.
Great. Oh god. I feel like, okay. Yeah, okay, let's go in.
Yeah?
Let's go. Let's go to the pigs.
All right. I'm just so nervous. I don't know what to do. You walk
You and me both, pal.
like 3 doors down to this garage. And Aiden pulls in the door. It's closed. Bam, bam, bam. Ah, bam, bam, bam. And there's a voice. Hello? What's the password?
Victor rules.
Aiden looks at you like, how do you know what? What? And then, that's not what I would have chosen as a password. Honestly, we just made it up. We didn't manage to tell everyone. So, honestly, I would accept it. I guess. Hey guys, is Victor Rules a good enough password? There's muttering. Okay.
they have post-it notes of voting for different passwords.
You walk in. The first thing is that the smell hits you of just pigs that have been in here for an afternoon. There's a couple of people in this space. It's a cramped garage with just all these pigs kind of milling about, and a couple of people perched up on little railings and the steps that go up into the rest of the building here. And this one guy here, the pig tries to nuzzle its way out, and he sort of closes the door and ushers you in. Okay. Hey, it's a bunch of guys dressed in just sort of normal street clothes, sort of tweed and slacks, and suspenders and stuff like this.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm a friend of Victor's.
cool. We've been waiting.
Yeah,
We didn't know Victor was in on the plan, but
he totally is. And he just sent me to update on, like, I just wanted a little, like, where are you guys at in the plan? Like, in the grand scheme of the plan, which step are we currently at? What are we waiting for?
make me a persuasion.
Can I use my positive social interaction? 'Cause
You
I'm such a charming
absolutely
man.
can. This is going to make it go from a difficult to demanding. So from 12 to 9, and now you've got Aiden behind you. He's like, yeah, Victor totally sent us. He's totally in on it. Love his stuff. And
Great writer.
drops you down to a 6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
That's funny.
Ooh.
That is a major effect. So for those of you who are watching, we're playing a game called Numenera. It's a D20 based game. And the way that, unlike other games where you add modifiers and then you can go over 20 on your roll, we have a target number and then we use things to lower or raise that target number, usually in increments of 3. And then we roll between 1 and 20. 20 is a major effect, a critical success. And so the guy immediately, you see just like, oh God, thank God you talked to Victor. Like Lorvin told us that he was going to direct things, but I know he went to talk to Victor earlier today, and then he told us to move here, and then he was going to come in. So here's the deal. We were waiting for things to start, and then we were just going to go in. We were going to let the pigs run in through the hall and make a whole, thing. We have a banner that says the Natural World People's Front. We were going to get up there and hang it from one of the balconies, and the pigs were going to be there and be like, no more, messing around with Numenera. It's bringing the downfall of civilization again. We can't do the same problems that we've had over and over. It's just, we're stuck in this cycle, and so we just wanted to make this prank to run these pigs through the room, and that's...
So just to make this clear, these pigs, normal pigs?
Yeah,
They're just normal pigs.
that's, yeah, I think so.
You think so?
What's a not abnormal pig?
There's no electricity coursing through their veins.
I haven't seen any... Hey, have you guys seen any electricity coursing through their veins? No, I haven't seen no electricity. What? Electricity in the... No, I'm sorry, I don't.
So it wouldn't harm any civilians. That's what I'm asking.
If it bit one.
Well, yeah.
But the idea is to just scare them away.
Okay.
Look, we've been standing in
Great.
here all day with these things, and they haven't hurt most of us. I think Frankie got bit, but he was being an idiot.
Okay. Well, that's all Frankie. Classic Frankie, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Classic Frankie. So we're just waiting for the go.
Yeah, so this is the thing. There's a slight change of plans because of some situations. We're just going to release the pigs now, out there. Victor's orders.
Sure. Heard that? One guy reaches behind and pulls out just a big pot and a wooden spoon. And he's like, I'm ready to go.
Sophisticated endeavor going on here.
They're prepared.
Yeah.
I just want to pat one of the pigs on its head.
It just sort of looks at you sideways and then make me, I don't know, an animal handling roll. It's a difficult 12.
A 12?
Oh, 12?
I can't really do it. It's not... Is there a puzzle or a pattern to this? I'll just roll. 14.
14.
Good
It
rolls.
leans into your patting, but it's not so warm.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, it likes you.
Aww.
Aiden is like, okay, this is great. Let's make it happen and then get out of here. You ready?
Yeah,
For
I'm born ready.
your part of the plan, our part of the plan?
Yeah, actually, let me go outside first.
The guy's like, of course, and just swings the door open, and the other guy, bang, 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 bang. The other 3 guys just making a lot of noise, and this herd of pigs just surges out of the building into the square in front of the Respitorium. Let's cut back over to this vehicle for a moment. What's going on? It's quiet. The motor's running. This guy is sitting here. He's like, well, there's Jack. He's walking back right now. He's going to get in the driver's seat, and then we're going to go on a little ride.
Fantastic. While this is happening, what's happening in Ruta's head is like, that ain't good. Not my forte. I don't know how I would get out of the situations once we get to the station. I would not like to blow my cover, but it's a bad place here because there are a lot of witnesses. I start talking to it and I prepare to like shift my weight on one of my legs, and I want to try to get out once we start moving.
Like the jump out and roll sort of thing.
Like...
Yeah.
No, I'm like building a trajectory in my head between my heel and the Adam's apple of this guy.
Got it. Cool. You hear just like a shout of alarm from this square. You hear, what the fuck is that? And just like the sound of many hooves on.
What's that sound like?
Okay,
nice.
like just like this thunderous cacophony of like dozens of pigs rushing. You see the vehicle rocks as some of them rush past it, and the police outside are turning, what the fuck is that? Oh my, pigs! And they're thundering around. One guy's like, oh by golly, he was right. Just like starts running, like and all the people around are like starting to shout and run, and someone tears open the doors like, get in, this place is filled with pigs, what? No, get out, round them up. And so there's just like chaos down here. You hear the crowd up above is like, huh? Ooh. Like 2 stories up, all the people who were waiting to get into the building all of a sudden are like looking down and watching this swarm of pigs hit all of these police officers and scientists and mages.
Would you count my counterpart surprised?
He's distracted at the moment. Aiden is running with the pigs across the square.
I'm not running with the pigs. I'm waiting for all the pigs to leave and then going out after.
Okay.
But like in a sneaky way where I'm trying to not make it seem that I was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be subtle.
Cool. You're holding back. Aiden not paying attention, he's just running across the square. Inside the wagon, what's your move?
I'm gonna use this situation to place my heel in his Adam apple.
Okay. I would like you to make an attack roll for me.
Can it be a surprise attack?
It is an attack, and I will say because he's surprised, you'll get an asset on it. So
that's what it says for surprise attacks.
That'll make it a target number of 6 instead of 9.
It's a natural 1. I am spending my XP on this.
To reroll.
We rolled 3 natural 1s so far.
I don't have to roll in this game.
I'm gonna spend another XP on this.
That was a 9, right?
That was a 6.
Oh,
That was the target number.
I was pretty sure it was a 9.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. You hit him just in the throat. Are you looking to do something specific just to damage him?
I'm looking to inflict 2 additional points of damage as a surprise attack.
As a surprise attack. Do you have that as a move?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, it's a surprise attack. You inflict, I would say what type of shoe are you wearing?
Stable heels.
Okay, I would say your heel counts as like a light weapon, so it would be a 2. It would be 2 damage on him, and then It's -1 attack difficulty with a light weapon. That's a weird rule. We'll just keep it as is. You kick him solidly in the throat. He crumples against the side, like clutching his throat and coughing. And then he's gonna sort of like haul himself up. He doesn't look great and lunge at you. You can make a speed defense roll to get away from him. It would be a demanding task at 9. You're handcuffed, and so it's a hindrance for you. So it's going to be a 12.
That's cocked.
Oh!
That's gonna be XP.
Burning through those experience points.
Thank God I have those. 16.
He lunges for you. You move out of the side, and he slams into the back of the wagon. And he shouts for help. He's like, "Help! Help! She's trying to escape." Nobody hears it. You now are on the door side from him. You can continue to try to attack him, or you can step out.
What I want to do is I want to place the part of my leg that is lower than my knee
The shin.
on his neck
Yeah.
to try to press the sleeping artery
Okay.
to like make him shut up.
Sure. Roll me. We're gonna say that it's a demanding. It's a target number 9 task. He's a big guy, but he's rattled.
Yes.
Okay.
16.
16. You just all it takes is another solid kick to his head, and he crumples into the corner, unconscious for the moment. The vehicle rocks again as pigs like bump into it and swarm in this square. Behind you, a hand grabs your arm, like your wrist, and goes, "Hey! I got you."
I'm so glad to see you. The keys. Does he wear
Right,
keys
right.
on his...
He goes and he looks and he pulls out keys for cuffs and tries them, and the cuffs come off. He also grabs from the guy's belt a baton. Do you need it?
What is a baton?
A club.
Yeah.
Here. He hands you the cuffs and the baton.
I'll grab whatever he has in the pockets, hoping that there are some documents, and we go.
Yeah. Just make like a luck roll of some kind.
11.
11. Yeah, it's not much. There's like a wallet in there, like a little. You hear a bit of change, like jingling in it, but that's about it.
I'm spending a moment contemplating if I should kill this person here and now, and my
Yeah.
training says like yes, and common sense says like don't kill someone dressed as a officer
You have
in
a
the crowd.
moment. You're sitting there looking at this. Cornelius, you're sneaking around. We cut back to the inside of the Respitorium. This figure, he has a bunch of guys with weapons here. It seems like the entire government is all gathered outside. It would be such a nice moment.
How sexy is this guy? Just for the chat?
Right. For the
He sounds pretty hot.
just to know, like you look at him, he's got this dark coat on, just like a
All right.
trench coat, yeah.
All right,
And this fedora, wide-brimmed fedora, sort of noir style, and as he's started talking, he's let his face come into the light a bit more. Scars coming up the side of the face, but not like hot scars. Like this guy's been through.
You crushed 1,000 hearts.
Acne scars? What are
No, like this guy's been through some absolutely traumatic burning event,
Okay.
or disfiguring event, like really just sort of bubbled skin up the side of his face, and there is it's not a sexy smolder in the eyes, it's just like malice. Like really hates the people he's talking to.
Could still be sexy.
Chat says, oh no, he's an incel.
Oh no, never mind. That's ruined it.
That's what we needed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chad.
So he, I don't know if you want to do anything. Pierre is standing there. But hey, who are you? What is going on? And the man steps up and he says, well, we from the Anti-Nihilist League, we're anti-brackists.
Anti-what?
Anti-brackists.
What's a brackist?
He says this, and just it's kind of common knowledge, but make for me like a history roll. Just roll the die, and depending on what you get, I'll give you.
Cocked. 4.
4. Okay, Dale. I think and you can roll as well. But I want you.
Natural one.
I want you to.
That's the force.
4th one.
Wow.
Okay, you're just fully taken by surprise, distracted by this. In fact, like you, as you're standing there, 2 of his sort of entourage move past you and cut you off from the rest of the group. And Toroth, they try to cut between you and Toroth like tries to get in there, and there's a little scuffle between this guy and Toroth, and then they very quickly put Toroth on the ground, like in a sort of like a lock, and he's like, get off me! But he did say like he wasn't going to let you get out of his sight. The Brackists, so the Brackarchy, the Goralex Brackarchy, was a government 1,000 years ago in the crater. Lemuria is from the crater. That's where the bulk of the war was fought. And Sildefen aligned with the crater nations when they were fighting against Belfacia, the other mountain force. After the war, there was an uprising of people who wanted to move more strongly toward an alliance with Lemuria and deeper into those old traditional paths. And the counter-revolution were anti-Brackists. The Brackarchy is a system of government where all of the top governors and ministers were attempting to find enlightenment through fully emptying their mind, letting their minds be fallow.
Yeah, I remember,
And so they disappeared at some point. They seem to have found maybe some kind of enlightenment. This man seems to be referencing the failed counter-revolution. The military marched back to Sildefen at the end of the war. They didn't follow through on a complete defeat of the Belfacian army so that they could come back to town, and then they crushed both the pro-Brackarchists and the anti-Brackarchists.
Okay.
And left a very just sort of like conservative Republican government.
So, in simple terms, is this guy anti-Sildefen
This guy is
or anti-everything?
This guy is kind of like an isolationist, a separatist, like pro still defend, but only still defend.
Yeah, okay.
And not
So defend first.
exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's anti-Bracherky.
And he is anti-Brakaki. Yeah.
Okay.
Just before, I mean, I think like when they tackle Torot, there's something
Yeah.
in Victor that is like he's been like floating a lot this day. I feel
Yeah.
like, and like seeing his childhood friend be hurt, I think triggers something in him, and he's just going to lunge at them and say, "Let him go."
You lunge at him. Are you doing anything in specific?
I just want to like release like they've got his how are they holding him down?
They pressed him to the ground. And
So I'm
then
just like going
put
to
a
lunge
foot
at the
on his-
go try and tackle the person who's like pushing him down and shout, "Let him go."
Okay, make me an attack roll then. This is going to be difficulty 12.
Okay. 16.
16. You swing at him with your fist? Or do you have anything?
I don't think I have anything to. I have a dart thrower, but I don't think I brought it with me now. So,
Probably
yeah.
unlikely.
Yeah.
So you swing at him, you catch him solidly across the jaw, and his friend takes the pommel of his short blade. It's got like a guard and a pommel, and he's gonna strike you with it. Make me a speed defense roll. Target 12.
Target 12. Okay, I'll just go for it. Oh no. Wait. Let me just do that. 15.
15. He swings at you and misses you. The other guy with him is also going to swing at you.
Okay.
There's two guys standing right there.
I
Roll
didn't expect
again.
this to go well. 20.
20. You spin out of the way. You absolutely spin out of the way. You have an opportunity to do something. This is a major effect. I'll let you take something cool with this speed defense roll. So what would you like to do?
Can I somehow like this guy is coming at like how far am I from the inside?
You are. I mean, he's sort of like walked into the center of your
Right.
group of this.
And
core
I'm on the
group.
periphery.
Yeah. And so
like-
he's a couple of steps.
Which direction is the guy lunging at me from?
A convenient direction because you rolled
Okay,
a nat
then
20.
I want to like
push him
push
into
him towards
this
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
You push him. The guy stumbles, and this man in the trench coat, he spins around, catches his compatriot's arm, and just like throws him to the ground, and stares, just like daggers at you.
I just want to like grab Torot, pick him up, and check that he's okay.
He says, "Tie them up. Find it." And a couple of his, like 3 of his folks break off and grab one of the scientists and drag them behind. And you hear them moving about. And the others grab like restraints, like pull ropes off of their belts and start to go to tie you guys up.
Well, I don't want that to happen. How many of them are there?
There are 2 up top with firearms, and then down here there's like half a dozen where you are, and then there were 3 who just walked away.
Do the ones going to tie us up also have weapons with them?
They have these short swords with it's sort of like a saber of some sort.
What about the others from the council?
They seem to be like a bit. So Pierre is standing there and he's trying to protest. He's like, "Well, you can't be doing this. This is you're talking about subjects that are long settled here." And the man is like, "We'll see about that." And you see like Emerald is like, Father, calm down. This is really serious." And Sapphire's just sort of like backed up a bit, freaked out. Really, like she's sort of like looking left to right, like trying to figure out what do I do. But there's no like she seems stunned at the moment.
Can I? So I have a ward which is is it to it's a defensive spell.
It's a defensive maneuver that you can do for yourself.
Only for myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I extend it? Can I spend XP to extend it?
Yes, but it's also semi-permanent, or impermanent. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's
but,
like
but,
a one momentary.
it's 5 of us, right? Can I like somehow cast it around the 5 of
I
us?
think it's really meant for an individual.
Okay, never mind then.
So it's really meant for like protecting yourself. Let's see, ward. I have it here. You have a shield of energy around you. Oh, at all times that helps to deflect attacks.
Right.
I would say if you were gonna spend XP on it, I'm not sure that really where you're at right now. I would let that go.
Never mind.
Easily. Like, I think it would be stretching the specific tool.
Yeah, sure.
May I take a defensive maneuver?
You can.
I'd like to, fine, get it over with and, present myself to be cuffed. And when he starts, whatever, I'll, try to grab him and headbutt him and attempt to disarm him. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. So you absolutely can do that. To add a disarm, it's going to increase the difficulty. So it's going to be challenging, which is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any assets that you can add to this?
No, but I would like to try and reduce the difficulty.
You can spend effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've no edge in might. Is that what this would
So
be?
it's going to cost 3 might in order to do this.
3 might. Okay,
Yeah.
so puts me down to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that drops it down to a 12.
12. Okay, I can always do a reroll with the XP. Glad we learned about that rule today. That's a 17.
Amazing. So this is happening. While this is happening, they're going around, they tie Pierre. He's like,
You will pay for this. You're gonna go away for a long time and all that. I don't know. Emerald, I don't know how to be threatening. I was like, Father, just shut up.
and she's getting her hands bound as well. And Sapphire seems like, or they're getting their hands bound as well. And Sapphire seems like she's starting to get a panic coming up. And as this is happening, the 3 guys with that one technician wheel out this this crate that they have this very fancy looking containment crate. This is the one that you saw earlier. That seems to be a Numenera object itself, with many kind of interesting straps and runes carved in. And the guy goes to tie your hands, and you pull him in and you smack him with the headbutt. I'm gonna say for this, he jerks back and it damages him a bit, but your aim was to disarm him. You whip your hands free and you pull the sword out of his belt, and you have it now. And he stumbles back. He's like, "Oh, god damn!" And so this is happening. Torith is being bound right now, and you are you have 2 guys who are trying to restrain you.
Okay. I don't think fighting them is my best bet here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try something.
Write them a poem.
Second option. This doesn't work. So I see the crate being wheeled outside, and I try to talk to the guy, the main guy, and tell him, I don't try to use that as a power source. I've scanned that, and it's not what you think it is.
You're telling this to Pierre.
No. To the guy who's trying to steal it, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or use it in some way.
He just ignores you completely.
Okay.
So this is going on. You have the weapon. The 2 guys are wrestling your arms behind you. 2 others pull their swords out and step forward, and the head leader of this Captain Incel, the man whose name you don't know yet, chuckles and just sort of ignores what's going on behind him and steps forward to this crate. What are you gonna do?
So they're between me and him.
Yeah.
I take it. I'm just gonna attack whichever one's closest.
Sure.
I guess.
Make a swing.
Good point. I rolled a 10.
10. It was a 12. Their difficulty is 12 normally.
Could I reroll with some XP?
You can. You can also spend effort, but it takes might. And if you drop to 0 might, it's not good for you.
I think reroll for now. Yeah. So 17 now.
17. Okay, you move and you sort of do this like, you attempt to do a complicated maneuver. He kind of gets a parry on it, but you manage to twist the blade around and stab down and cut him in the side, like goes through his coat. He stumbles back. The other one is going to step forward and swing at you. Make a speed defense. The difficulty is 12.
Can I use some edge?
Yes.
Okay. So they'll reduce it to 9.
Yep.
And that brings this to 8, right? Yeah, okay. So I need a 9 or better.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11.
11. You parry it out of the way. No problem.
Nice.
This little melee is going on.
So I'm bound at this point, right?
You're being bound.
Being bound, okay.
Yeah. Torath is there. He's like, Victor, I don't recommend doing anything. We just got to get out of here. We're in a lot of trouble, I think.
Who's saying that, sir?
This is Miski. Or not Miski, sorry, Torath.
Yeah.
Saying this too. He wants to say Miski, but...
I am wondering if there's a way because like we're both being bound with the hands behind our backs, whether we can sort of, lean back against each other's bounds and try to undo them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can try to do this.
While Dale is taking focus.
Yeah, so Dale is sort of like, has the sword out and you're like, ting ting fending off a couple of guys right now. You've shown yourself to be dangerous, and they're sort of stepping back. And this Lord Inso is stepping up to the crate at the moment, and you can step back to back.
Yeah.
With Torath, and with his help, you can make a demanding task. It'll be a 9.
Okay.
It'll be a speed. I think a speed task to undo this, sort of like a dexterous task.
I'll just roll. 19.
19. Back to back, you feel the bonds loosen and slide from your wrists. As this is going on, because the combat isn't necessarily blow by blow in this, you're taking time to spar with these guys. A couple of other guys are coming up and pulling out weapons. You're starting to get surrounded. And this man touches the crate with his artificial hand, and you see it pulse, and the straps burst off of the crate, and it opens up, and it's an intense static fills the space as your hair, everyone's hair, just kind of lifts up. All of the clothes that you're wearing start sticking to your body, and as you pull your arm around, there's almost like little static shocks through the air as this box, this crate opens up, and this stone is revealed. As this happens, there's a shout somewhere deeper in the building. They're like, "The fucking pigs on! What the hell is going on?" You are. Everybody's attention goes to that for a moment, as like many voices echo through, and we're gonna cut outside. What has Cornelius been doing?
Can I just ask what Emerald and Pierre's faces look like when they hear pigs being shouted down the hall?
They're like, in this moment, they're not even able to make a connection. Okay. Because they're being bound. There's a sword fight happening in front of them. This had happened, and someone shouts pigs, and they're like, what?
It's okay. I'll get
Oh,
an
you're looking
indication
for
later.
like, oh, Cornelius is right.
Yeah, I don't want to say I told you so, but
At one moment, like, Emerald, like, looks over to Dale, and they're like, what? And you're, like, fully, like,
Okay.
I mean, you can meet their eye. And,
No. I'm being attacked.
Outside, Cornelius, what's going on?
I am trying to make my way to Aiden Ruta now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like gonna run over there
Yeah.
and essentially like grab Ruta and be like, "Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Okay, do we want to get away from the cops?
What the fuck is happening there?
The pigs?
There's 30 pigs just sort of milling around.
Pig on pig action.
People are like standing at the door. A couple people are like, hey, don't go away. And then all of a sudden, like all 30 pigs just sort of like look toward the door and start heading in that direction.
Okay, that's our direction too, I suppose.
Let's go.
Is my bag somewhere here?
Your bag.
Yes. Did I have a bag? They didn't search me, so they didn't
Yeah.
get.
If you have some sort of purse or bag or whatever, it's easy to pick up.
Let's go.
Yeah, pigs. Eh?
Yeah.
So excited.
I give a look to the guy on the floor of this car and I'm like, no.
Aiden is like, what the fuck is going on? The pigs. I'm sorry, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day. It's not over. Buckle up. Mm-hmm. And I
You
just.
want me to go too?
Yeah?
What else are you gonna do?
No,
Do you have more
Actually-
important matters?
yes. No, of course. Yes. I got your back, okay? Go. It's not good for me to go in.
Don't. Is he bleeding?
He is, yeah. You can see like a bandage on his arm with
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, fair enough.
No, you guys go. It's fine.
All right, take care.
Let's go.
I go.
We go in.
Yeah. So
Follow
you
the
follow
stream of
the
pigs.
pigs, the stream of pigs. They're like milling around, finding stairs to go up, like sniffing around, trying to find this. Moving up, you hear shouting from upstairs as well. And you enter in and you feel it's light. There's like a electrical something in the air.
The
These
more
are
we,
normal pigs, though.
I mean, they reacted to electricity. The more we go in, the more all haircuts look like Victor's haircut.
Right.
It's all like you feel the static lifting your hair.
Oh God. Okay.
Hell is happening? We try to find a way inside.
You walk into the lower space, and you're looking right at the tower of sort of like equipment and machinery and Numenera nodules and wires coming down from this pyramidal ceiling. It's like 2 stories tall on the inside of this.
I want to touch Cornelius' hand and vanish. So you know that I'm still near.
Oh, okay.
Your companion disappears,
Great.
holding your hand.
Okay.
You can just disappear.
I knew this, right?
Yeah, I did it in front of you earlier today.
Oh, you did. You're right. Okay. I kind of just want to follow the stream of pigs.
There is a group of scientists who are just sort of like trying to hold the pigs back as the pigs are like walking forward. They're like, "What are they doing here? This is not a place that people can go. What's going on?"
What is going on?
Someone released a bunch of pigs.
I am invisible. I don't have time to negotiate with this guy. He's the only one, right?
There's like 3 or 4 people in these white clean suits that are just sort of like this advancing wave of pigs, and they're like just backing up, like, get out.
I want to make them fall.
Those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like distract them by like
I mean, they're not. They can't. They're not stopping 30 pigs.
We're going
Going.
past.
But I
Yeah.
want
They're
to.
distracted.
I want to lean into Ruta and just be like, why are we going in? Because the thing that we're going to stop is the pigs, and the pigs are already in, and the pigs are in because of
Something is happening.
what's happening.
I don't know. There is a lot of electricity.
Yeah, isn't that why we don't want the? Okay, I feel like we spent the entire time trying to get everyone out.
I mean, if we turn off whatever is creating electricity, the pigs are gonna calm down. And we should do it before the pigs get to this.
That sounds about right. Okay, let's keep going.
Flawless planning.
So you start running up the stairs.
Yes.
And you hear shouting from upstairs. Pigs, there's what the
Pig
like
alert!
someone's like, yeah, there's pigs.
Someone pulls the pig
like,
alert.
Finally get to use
and then
something.
runs in, and then you also hear like clanging sounds, clanging of metal and shuffling and like protesting, like a voice you recognize. Like, no, this is just absolutely poor timing on your part. If you could wait until we're done with this important activation of the machine to have your little revolution, I'm sure we can come to some kind of accord.
Yeah, I wanna follow that voice.
Yeah.
And like, I wanna burst in with all these.
So there is.
I'm thinking that it's not very good for your reputation if you talk about pigs and then just bring the pigs.
Well, I'm trying to stop the pigs that I just released. Doesn't matter.
By opening
Now you know how
the
I feel.
door.
Yeah. Oh God. We're really in it now, Victor.
Alright.
There's one guy trailing the pigs who's this like just like worker. He's got like his shirt rolled up and his suspenders on, and he's got this like little pamphlet in his hand. And he's like, "It's for the natural world's people's front. We are making a statement here that these Numenor things are just dangerous for our people, and we gotta reform our society so that we can live better." And he's just walking in, trailing after the pigs, and there's a bunch of people with the pans, and you like watch as the police grab one of them and like tackle him. They're like, "What's going on here?" And he's like, "For the People's Front." And it's just absolute chaos down below. You come up the stairs. The pigs are getting more and more excited. You come up. You hear as you're holding these folks off. You've got like 5 guys around you now, and they're like, okay, man, put the sword down. We don't want to kill anyone today, but we will if we have to.
I do want to kill you.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you better keep your sword up.
Yeah? And then you hear... And is there anything... Are you saying anything or just bursting into the room?
I think the situation speaks for itself.
What are you gonna shout? Pigs!
It's gonna be a strong entrance no matter what you say.
So you...
Like, the only thing I say is like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, make me a speed roll. Make me a speed roll, difficulty 9, to stay in ahead of the pig.
I told you so.
Yeah, there is an "I told you so" here, but I'm not going to do that because I think I don't look very good at this point. I'm gonna try and bump this down to 9.
Okay, to 6.
To 6, sorry.
Yeah. So you spend...
I have an edge of 1, so I spend 2.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So down to 11. 14.
14. The pigs are... You're able to run faster than them. You're fit. You're bounding up the stairs. Do you want to try to keep up, or are you just going to be like in the press of pigs?
I would love to go as fast as I can.
All right, make me a speed roll.
What is the difficulty?
It's 9.
It's 9.
9. You're able to stay. You're just in front of the pigs. You're like 5 steps in front of the pigs.
Good
So,
motivation for running.
Cornelius is like peeling off ahead of you, and you burst into the room. You're a couple of like seconds behind, and just moments behind you as pigs.
Can I try and close the door the moment the Ruta steps in?
It's a big double door. There's 2 big doors, and they are open.
Okay, can I shout, Ruta, take one door, I take the other?
Ooh, that's interesting. I enter the room and I see multiple things. I hear.
Let's set the stage. You come into the room, and what you see in front of you is the rising balconies. Up, not even up, you're not even paying attention. You come in, you see this pyramidal floor in the middle. Standing off to the side of the pyramid is the open box with this stone ball. It's not a smooth carved ball, but it is a rough, round piece of rock that looks kind of like marble. If the marble, the rock part of it, is a steely gray, and then it's shot through with just pulsing veins of blue, bright blue, almost white energy, sometimes dulling down and then other times flaring up. You step in immediately, all of your hair lifts, your clothing sticks, just static everywhere, just your hand brushes your hair and it's from static electricity. The entire space is filled with this.
What effect does it have on a mustache?
How waxed is your mustache?
Not super waxed. No, because like I hadn't like my comb. I had like my fun little lights in it, but not super waxed.
Okay. Your mustache is like floating in front of your face as you move. Little sparkles as you move, coming off of your mustache.
Are they also gold?
They are. Yes, some of them are like just. I mean, they're so bright, it's hard to see, but if you could see the colors of them, there would be some like more yellowy, goldy ones. And so there's this static. There are half a dozen guys in a semicircle around Dale, who's swinging a short sword around at them. These are men and maybe women dressed in dark clothing, wearing hats. Some of them have been knocked off. One of them is clutching his side and limping. You see a couple of others standing next to Pierre and Emerald and Sapphire, who's having her hands bound by them at the moment. And then at this stone, there's a technician in the white suit, and there's a man reaching his hand out for it with the artificial hand that you've seen before that has menaced you in the dark of a forest.
Oh.
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 It's. Can't remember.
Family something.
Yeah.
An art?
Mm-hmm.
Ridley?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Davin Ridley.
Having Ridley.
Ridley. Uh-oh.
A man from your old unit came home, joined the revolution, the counter-revolution, disappeared. And he's stepping toward the stone right now. And you also see Victor and some person you don't recognize with Victor. That's the setup of what's going on. We're at 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, no!
So I think that this might be a good time to pause, to break for the
Break, yes.
for the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
So, thank you everyone for joining us, and that is our session of Telltale Deer for the day. Ending a little bit early, right at this intense action moment, which we'll dive into in 2 weeks. I have a couple of closing things to say, but does anyone else have anything on your mind before we...
Congratulations, Spain, on the World Cup win.
Spain. There you go. If you tuned in to watch us instead of watching the World Cup, 1, thank you. And 2, who was it?
Spain?
Cool.
I don't think the two overlapped. I think you could get away with both.
No, yeah, I think you can watch both.
Cool. Thank you for joining us. We'll return here in 2 weeks, which is going to be September 3rd. And you can also, if you didn't catch all of it, you can catch the video on demand at YouTube, Tales Held Dear. We're on social media, which is Tales Held Dear on all platforms. And if you really enjoyed what we're doing and want to support the ongoing work, you can send us a tip on our Ko-Fi or coffee at Tales Held Dear as well. I want to plug something. I'm going to be in a fundraising live stream of a game of Fiasco, which is a game of heists gone wrong. It'll be on the channel of Tavernaut. I hope I got that right. And we'll post details on our social media later. And it's raising money in an RPG-a-thon over 3 days for the Entertainment Community Fund, which benefits people affected by the entertainment strike from the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild in the United States. And so it's noon to midnight European time, August 25th, 26th, and 27th. And I'll be playing at noon on August 27th, which is Sunday. So keep your eyes open for further announcements for that.
Is that streaming?
It's streaming,
Cool.
yeah. And then it'll be on YouTube later on. But if you join the stream and if you have money to donate, that would be amazing, because it all goes to not just people who are striking, but also if you have other workers who've lost work because of the strikes, it goes to support them as well, so that they can still stand in solidarity. We'd love to thank our partners, some very special people who have lent us gear. Vincent Runn and Andrew Carter for camera and lighting equipment, and Bear Radio, who continues to support us. They're an amazing podcast network here in Berlin, bearradio.org, and Comedy Cafe Berlin, which is in the heart of Neukölln. All of us perform there regularly, so if you're in Berlin, come catch a show. Check them out at comedycafeberlin.com.
I'm performing there this evening. If anyone wants to come along at 8 o'clock
Yeah.
to the CCB Improv Jam, it's free. It's always fun. Check it out.
Amazing. Yeah, so there you go. If you are watching this on live stream and you're in Berlin tonight, or you want to hop on a quick flight and come
Get on
here.
that flight fast.
Yeah.
Go now.
Yeah.
Go.
Just jump over the turnstile at airport security. They won't have a problem with that at all.
Do a persuasion roll.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we want to say? Just thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you.